As you are working with the varied clientele, and as you talked about psychosocial disabilities, one of the things which came out of the NDIS review is people with psychosocial disabilities also will have the supports delivered by under the mental health banner. And as you know, the mental health funding comes in the state model. And the funding has been differentiated. So, everybody will have 3 tiers of supports. In the first tier, the broadest tier is the mainstream supports, as in if you go to the Department of Health, what are the mainstream supports you receive? They should be inclusive and inaccessible in their own ways for all Australians. It's not only for Australians who don't have disabilities, it's for all Australians. And then the next tier, which is the newly created tier, is foundational supports. Foundational supports are the complementary or supplementary funding given to people who have disabilities, Australians who have disabilities, whether they are within the NDIS or not within the NDIS. And that will be delivered through different state government departments, whether it's education, health, or mental health commission for the fact. So, and then the last tier is the individualized NDIS funding. So people who are receiving NDIS funding or might get through some foundation supports, and they will be delivered in principle through a different model of foundation supports. And then that change in structure, or initially it is the nationalized model run through NDIS, but that funding could come through the foundation supports through the state model. And how is the operating model of your organization? There's a time period for next 5 years to be aligning yourself, but how is the service model or the operating model of your organization agile enough to work with state funding and Commonwealth funding and then understand the multi-tiers of the funding?
Yeah, Dev, it's early days for us, and that is something that we will develop, and excited to put that in place. Where we sit is quite often what we've developed a reputation for is working with people that the mainstream supports, the clinical supports don't suit. And they've tried them, they're resistant, they don't work for them, and we're able to come in and do it in a innovative, unique way that they connect to, engage with, and it feels good to them, and they're able to get that benefit. Yeah, it will be a process for us to stand within that foundational supports and also provide the unique, tailored support that we provide for each person, which isn't in line with the broader mainstream clinical models.
Okay.